Now, corn managed to make some gains to end last week, thanks in part to China's buying spree. Michelle Rook is back to show us where we're starting this week in Markets Now.
And joining us with market analysis, Garrett Toay with AgTraderTalk. Well, we closed out the week last week, Garrett, with corn and wheat higher. You had soybeans and cattle and hogs all lower. And it was really about money flow and what was going on with the banking situation, wasn't it?
Absolutely. The feed grains are relatively insulated from the macro sell-off that you've seen everywhere else. I mean, we broke crude out of this $70, $80 range we had been in. Obviously, these macro concerns have weighed heavily on the livestock market everywhere, but even the soybean complex was not immune from it. But the fact that the money flow, the corn market had seen a lot of its length already removed from the market, and we have a big short in the wheat, tells you that we might have, at least for the near term, gotten as cheap as we're going to be for the time being, especially with corn in the face of the big Chinese purchases that we had last week.
Right, and that pullback in price stimulated some of that China corn business. Do you anticipate we're going to see more corn business, export business?
That's the good question. It sounds like this purchases are for state reserve stockpiling. They announced some subsidies last week that were going to encourage soybean production. I think given some of the statistics where the dallying really hasn't moved much on these moves, and it seems like it's Kafka in here buying for reserves. I think they are going to come back in further because they were big buyers of sorghum last week, and that's kind of always been the telltale heart, if you will, as far as their feed grain needs, because if they can pick up some cheap sorghum, they're going to pick up other things as well.
So, Garrett, do you think that money flow is going to dominate the ag markets to start this week just because we have this Fed meeting coming up?
Absolutely. I mean, the market's still kind of trying to guess which direction the Fed's going to go with rates higher or possibly lower, given the bank collapses last week.
All right. Well, thanks. We'll be watching that. That is Garrett Toy with AgTraderTalk. You can hear our full discussion at agweb.com. We'll have more Ag Day coming up.
To contact Garrett, call him at 888-745-2020 or find him at AgTraderTalk.com.